Scotland has prided itself in being a nation that cares for its people, with a strong emphasis on social justice. And that's something that we should be proud of, and it's important that we don't lose sight of that. Let's lead the way across the UK and show how we can emerge from economic hardship while protecting our key moral values and the rights of the most vulnerable in our society.
Up until 2007, I took my third grandchild on, and since then I just feel social works departments and information you get has changed nothing whatsoever over 22 years. This just seems to say, it's there, you get on with it, cope with it, and you still get that stigma. You have fear to phone them to find out anything in case it's a backmark against you. And that's still now going on, and that's 22 years, so the system's not changed much at all. You just give you a very bad complex about phoning them. You don't feel at ease.
We save the economy of this country, that's the UK, not just Scotland, a fortune. And you know why? Because if we forfeited and stopped working and looking after our loved ones, then the country would be faced with a massive care bill. Apart from that, I have to say that I want to thank Edinburgh City Council for their recent unique initiative by giving unpaid carers caring for people who are receiving high rate care components, the sum of £250. I'd really like that to be shown throughout Scotland by each council, and each council taking that initiative on.
A few years ago I used to care for my dad full time, and caring for my dad was looking after him, making sure he was okay, in control of his money, paying his bills, making meals, making sure he never went out at stupid times, just in general making sure he was safe. And the impact that had on me was quite bad. I had to quit education, it was stressful, I couldn't go out with friends, I never really socialised much. We've got a spare bedroom, so she has to pay, the bedroom tax every week, which is less money for the family and which is less money for me to do activities outside the college.
I think what I'm doing here is highlighting how the rolling progress of changes doesn't so much leave the individual with one particular fear, it introduces new fears. The old fears do not disappear, they just go off into the background to be relived any time and every time a brown envelope comes through the door.
We asked them to widen doors, and it's taken over 2 years to get the doors widened, and it's taken over a year still for her to get a door entry system installed. The other thing I'm worried about is that my husband Stephen has got arthritis in his knees, and I'm worried that we get to the stage where he'll need looking after. So who's going to look after me when that happens?
With the wealth of reforms that are underway, we don't know what's going to happen with Shirley's DLA, for example. I do get carers allowance, which equates to, for my 35 hours that I care for, that you have to, the minimum you're required to care for someone. And I think it works about £1.69, £1.70 an hour, it breaks down.
Okay. You kind of adapt to what needs to be done and how you need to do it in this new way. And although it is really difficult to start off with, I'm not going to lie, it is really hard to get used to the fact that this person who used to care for you, you're now caring for. But you get used to it.
It has to be recognised that if you are looking after somebody, then you should be entitled to either something to give you a little bit of breathing space, would be nice. even just for a week or two. It has to be recognised that you are doing that as a carer, and it should be recognised for sure.
Disabled people and those who provide care are not less capable of being full citizens, nor do they hold a second-class status in society. The disadvantages that they face only arise from barriers placed in their way, such as the removal of finance, which is fundamental to securing the same standard of life that every citizen should expect.